Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 8th of February, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to remind you, as always, general daily read for all 12 signs for the collective. So just take what resonates and do not stress over what doesn't. I do want to say thank you, of course, for your likes, comments, and subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. And let's get started. The overall message for this upcoming Tuesday, wow, that's a lot. Wow, that's a lot. We're going to begin by pulling for each quarter of the day from the Energy Oracle deck, and then we'll, if need be, clarify with the small everyday tarot, and then we're using the Mystic Mondays for the main part of the reading. Alrighty. You could be dealing with some hostilities throughout this day and financial constraints, or one or the other, okay? I do feel as if there's potentially some very chaotic or stressed out, anxious energy around you. Hence the overall message, wow, that's a lot. All right. Okay, first quarter, man holding a coin. Yeah, that was too much. Key wording. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not loving the energy of this day, but I feel like you'll make the best. Okay, so we're beginning with man holding a coin and man holding a heart at the bottom of the deck. You can find that two people very much in touch with their masculine side are connecting at the beginning of the day. This could be you, it could be outside of your situation. You will find that if you're connecting with another masculine figure, it could even be a female, don't forget, one of you is more financially stable than the other one, while the other one's wearing their heart on their sleeve, or one's focusing on their finances very heavily, while the other one is pouring their heart out to the other one, right? It feels like one is more emotional than the other, okay? Very interesting. Let's clarify. I'm feeling a level of financial focus in the beginning of the day, but for whatever reason, there's a hint of romance in the air. Okay, you could find that someone is messaging you and you're feeling like it's a lot. Okay, for whatever reason, you wake up to begin this day and you're not stressed. All right, there's a lack of annoyance from you, and maybe because of who you're communicating with, or you might find as if you're dealing with all that there is around you more than better than you would expect. For some of you, it's less annoyance in the air to begin the day than one would predict. Okay, it feels like all the meanwhile you focused on your money and your career, male or female. Once again, there's a level of justice coming in for you as you're pushed to recognize and remember you're a star, to keep the hope alive. You could potentially be going through a bit of healing in this first quarter of the day. Okay, I do feel like it's a very productive Wednesday, all the meanwhile. Sorry, Tuesday. Okay. So I do really feel like those 2 days are very busy for you. All right. There was obviously a reason why I got the day wrong, but Angel of Strength for the second quarter. Your strength becoming very apparent, or a need to dig for it when it comes to wrapping up or making your way to wrap up the first half of the day. And we have strength at the bottom here. Okay. Strength to digging for that strength to make the best until you can move away from a situation, or digging for that inner courage to do what's right for you, right? Making the best until the best is a vibe coming through, a message coming through. You're stronger than people want to give you credit for, as I do feel like you're very much limited in the second quarter of the day. There's a situation that's highlighted that isn't doing it for you, that leaves you feeling a bit trapped to an extent, and you simply long for more and are motivated to acquire just that. So therefore you will. But you could be feeling like that situation with the Death card needs to come to an end as soon as it possibly can. All right? Then you may feel like you need to be honest with yourself, or pushed to be honest with yourself, or get your voice out there in regards to what you're dealing with. All right? You may feel like people in your midst are not healthy in energy. Okay? and therefore, going back to the overall message, it's just a lot. All right. But do recognize that in the midst of a situation that you don't fit in with, or certain financial constraints for a select few of you, the wheel is churning for you. Okay. You will see a level of justice coming into play for you individually. All right. Goddess of the moon. You're glowing to begin the second half of the day. There's something you do to maintain or bring back that glow about you. People feeling like you're overly serious, as I'm drawn to her face and the angel of strength. But for whatever reason, it just feels like you have this magical touch. You have this way about you as people notice you. All right. Shining in the midst of certain restrictions or certain difficulties. It just feels like what you want to accomplish, you will. You may even find that somebody looking in that you respect or you're connecting with doesn't feel like one of the unhealthy energy people. It just feels like they see you as someone who's a bit emotional, but all the meanwhile, you get done what you need to, you accomplish what you need to. They see what you're dealing with and they're like, wow, that's a lot, right? But I don't see it altering the connection or connections you look to move forward with in a negative way. I hope that came out right. I see you succeeding with connections moving forward that you choose to embrace. And you will succeed at replacing a situation that no longer works for you. But all the meanwhile, with the Eight of Wands, some are just getting rid of the situation and not replacing it. But I do feel like it's a part of the day where a lot of messages come and go. It could have to do with that connection we were talking about in the beginning for some of you, but it could also have to do with comments coming in on your social media from your work, clientele, gaining a level of respect while certain judgments do flow in. People seeing that you do have a lot going on, but there's so many reasons to celebrate. I feel like you're reminded in this third quarter that you have the magical touch to not stress over what's making you emotional at this time, as there's so many other positives now and moving forward to focus on. Beautiful. And we finish up the day with the Magician card, all right? Magician in the mirror. Definitely talking about manifesting what you desire. Seven of Cups. You're manifesting a lot of options. What do you desire at this time? You're going to recognize or remember at this point as you make your way to wrap up this Tuesday that you have a lot of options coming in and even surrounding you at this time. That in of itself, should remind you to remind oneself that you have an immense amount of strength within. Wow, you're going to feel a little bit out of it at the end of the day from all you're dealing with, all you accomplish throughout the day, and just maybe even the energy around you. I need to sort of remember that a specific somebody moving forward who may come back from the past or just offer you a cup of love is a Page of Cups. Okay, I don't feel like it's having to do with this beginning situation from the beginning of the day. I do feel like you need to recognize that there's a specific somebody who won't be enough for you down the line. The World. You're reminded that in the midst of you needing to recognize who and what's not meant for you, your world is changing, as I say that in the weirdest way. Your world is developing, and you're not the only one. It's a big collective change, to say the least. But there's a focus on your world. Who do you want to be in that world moving forward? What do you want as far as change? I feel like you have a pretty good idea, but you need to recognize that you're manifesting options in regards to that world development. And I just feel like you're going to see your world light up moving forward in a lot of ways as people want to help you, as people want to seek more knowledge about you. I just feel like at times you're going to feel like everything that's developing and changing is a lot. But for whatever reason, throughout this Tuesday, there's a connection, there's love in the air, right? There's a connection that takes a true focus. You need to recognize that you have the wisdom and knowledge within to make the best out of what lies ahead, all right? You need to recognize that you are one strong individual from the ups and downs you've experienced. And yeah, it's been a lot. It's been quite a roller coaster up until this point. Doesn't mean it won't be moving forward, but it feels like you're capable of handling what life throws at you. You're capable of manifesting what you want out of life, including the success with this individual, all right? And replacing or getting rid of a situation that once again no longer works for you, that restricts you in a lot of ways. To keep getting your voice out there in the midst of difficulties in the midst of some developments that feel necessary, and just recognize that, yeah, you're dealing with a lot. And it doesn't mean you won't to an extent moving forward, but you have what it takes. All right. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing Tuesday, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye.